All right. Welcome everybody to an episode of Growing with Gaming. This is episode 303.
Yeah.
I'm here with the usual suspects, So we just jump right into it. I want to find out what you ladies been playing, and we'll just jump into the topics. So LBOOGIE, since you're right up under me, what have you been playing?
So I played a touch of Elden Ring.
A splash.
Yeah, a splash. Like, you know that first thing when you get like that one drop on your head and you're like, yeah, it was like that. But
was it like a huge reminder of how difficult that game is?
Yeah, I was just like, I'm not ready for this. So, and then still tons of fucking Diablo. I'm at the end too, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna play, right? Like, I'm not gonna play no more because I'm so close to the end. But no, then it like drags me back, and I'm just like, I'm gonna keep doing this. So, and I don't know if it's because I want to see how powerful I can get.
Right.
I think there's some of that's there because like there's Uber Lilith coming, and the
Uber Lilith.
Uber Lilith. She's
like, I don't even want to know.
Yeah. So, anyways, I went in there and got my ass smacked. And now I've been trying to level up. So I'm hoping that between CHAREECE and I, because I'm level 100, I'm 100, which is the cap, and she's 90, that we'll be able to get it. So I have
y'all been playing.
Yeah, so I got like most of my stuff is masterwork, not to cap, but I have one piece that's to eight masterwork. But yeah, it's a lot of grinding because like to get materials.
Yeah.
You need materials to keep what's things. I feel like unless I was to get my item with like a star on it, another star, what I have is the best for me, for my build. So there's not really a lot of like changing out of stuff anymore. Just building up. So you just need like a ton of resources to be able to do that. I'm looking at this fucking monster on the screen.
Like, listen. Sheesh. Reminds me of the giant. Giant, you know.
Right?
Yeah.
The fire giant. Because I saw somebody tweet where they saw this dude and they hid behind one of them columns, like,
like, oh no,
this not
today
yet. Which I feel like is how you feel with a lot of Elden Ring bosses, right? You're just like, I don't know how we're doing this.
I look at the scale; it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
I really think just kind of just to keep it here, like, I think this is challenging other developers in gaming to bring it when it comes to boss fights, though. Because look at this, man. This is some epic mess.
And I feel like when we were younger, this is how bosses were, right? Like,
Shadow Colossus,
like a lot bigger than you, right? So I don't mind that. Like, even when we played like Mario, right? Like most of the time, like what's his name was like huge, you know?
Like, he'd be like in a flying thing or whatever, throwing something at you. Yeah, massive.
Right.
Yeah.
So that, and then I played Starfield because Starfield I can play on the couch too. Because I can use the app on my TV. And I think I'm 29 there.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how close I am to the end of the story because I've been just doing story now. But beeline the story. Like, I'm about to do that. Pretty close because I just need to find the last things to go to the final battle. Yeah. So I think I'm pretty close.
I think I'm level 41. And when it comes to me, I'll talk about a little bit about Starfield, but I think I'm level 41 in Starfield. 42. I just said 42.
But you don't.
I still haven't even finished it yet.
The story, though, like
you say what?
I'm just telling people you don't have to be necessarily.
Level
to the story.
Not at all. And the way the story is done, like you can keep playing it. So that's why I tell people just stop what you do. I had to tell myself this, like stop what you're doing, beeline the story. Because it's super good. First of all, it's very good. And the places that it takes you and how it's orchestrated, you know?
Right.
And I mean, because now as you play, and since they released the extra content, like I done found that faction that they released, and now I'm doing, like, I think I mentioned this last week too, like I'm doing these bounties and stuff like that, and even that is well done. All right, that's it for you.
I will tell people that if you're gonna go back into Starfield and like now they have all the mods and stuff,
Yeah.
If you haven't finished the story, you can't put any of the mods on. So,
because it could spoil some stuff.
Achievements. It's gonna turn off achievements. That's the biggest.
Yeah.
But when he said it's turning off achievements, I'm like, no, take all that shit off.
Yeah, because I'm ready to do the Mandalorian one. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to do the Mandalorian one.
Right.
But, that's gonna be the first one I try. I'm trying to tell you. All right. What about you, CHAREECE? What you been playing?
Like Boogie said, lots of Diablo. I did reach 90. Like, I don't know why I'm still playing this game. I'm just like Boogie. Like,
how is Boogie's like 10? How is Boogie 10?
Because she played for like 2 weeks without me.
Okay.
That's basically what it is. She didn't invite me. Just played. Didn't let me know that she was playing.
Oh, God.
Didn't send no signal or nothing, and she got ahead of me.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You sure you want on one of your Genshin binges or mobile binges or book binges?
Look here. That's not the point. That's beside the point. Anyway, like we're in the same spot. Like I'm not getting better equipment. All my stuff is like it's about as good as it's gonna be.
Maxed out.
Yeah. I'm just masterworking it, and it takes so much money, so much material, and doing the pit, and then you got to level up your glyphs for your Paragon boards and stuff like that, and it's just so while I'm playing right here, I got this other screen over here making sure my glyph board is right, and so that could be hectic, and I know I usually do that stuff like when I'm not playing with Boogie that way, because sometimes it takes a minute to get all that stuff together unless you already have a like set plan.
Y'all have to send me one of the newer guides, because like I feel like I'm so far removed from Diablo.
They're in a Discord for the season, and I think CHAREECE is what you usually play, which is a rogue.
Yeah, rogue. Yeah.
She was telling me before we started that she don't really like it because it's not like where you can play by yourself.
Yeah, so you mine like if I like we doing nightmare dungeons, I can do them, but it's gonna take me extremely longer to do them, and I can't do one-on-one. Like I'm more crowd control, and I have to be quick.
Poison build is better for that. Like you switch to like a poison build is good for doing the dungeons and stuff like that. If you're playing solo, dolo, basically.
No, because if you do a poison build, you need more of a something that's gonna slow them down and if not freeze them, because they come in mobs. I'm talking about like you be in the middle of that mess, you can't even see yourself. So you need something that's gonna stop them. And like the rogue is good for again crowd control, but like one-on-one, I don't know if by that part.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, so Diablo again on my Steam Deck because I can play wherever. I even bought a portable charger for my Steam Deck. That way I can take it on car rides with me.
Gotcha. The kind you plug into the lighter and do the little thing.
Yeah,
I keep it plugged with me now. Like I don't even fuck with it. I just keep it plugged with me.
No, it's about like the lighter plug. No, you got the old school thing.
I know what you're talking
okay.
about. I just keep it plugged with me because I'm just like.
I tried it out. It works fine. So that was a plus. And then of course, yes, I did play my mobile games. Can
I ask you really quick before you transition? Does your Steam Deck get hot while you're playing?
Yes, but not while I'm playing Diablo or if I'm playing a game that is actually downloaded on my Steam Deck, it gets hot.
Oh, because you're streaming it to your Steam Deck, right? Yeah.
Yes. So when I play like actual Steam games or I've downloaded Genshin Impact on my Steam Deck, when I'm playing that, now that game will run my battery down.
So that's what you're seeing when I play Diablo. Diablo is on my system, and it runs hot.
Yes,
and the battery runs quick.
Yes. So if I play Genshin or if I play Genshin is the heaviest. But if I'm playing like a regular Steam game, like what do I play when I need to just kick somebody's ass real quick? Gotham Knights. It's still I still probably get an hour or two out of it, maybe at most 2.5 hours. Now if I play a Genshin, I might get 45 minutes out of it. And I'm talking about fully charged up 90 to 100%. It would drop down to 10% within 45 minutes.
Okay, well, see, that battery ain't that much better. Sound like the shit I'm dealing with.
And I don't know. They're talking about, you can tweak your settings and everything, but I'm like, I'm not playing this no less than what I'm playing it on my computer. I'm not gonna degrade it that much. Like, what are you talking about?
I guess the biggest issue, like, and what I think Boogie is trying to point out, is the fact, like, you have the OLED.
Yes, I have
so it's like trying to figure out, like, is that battery life significantly better than?
We would have to play it like under the same settings, but you play Diablo straight from your Steam Deck. I stream it, so that's difference right there. So we would have to play, like, what can we play that we both have?
You have Harry Potter in your Steam library?
Yes.
It plays on the Steam Deck.
Yes. Okay, so I will play that sometime today, and I'll have it fully charged, and then I'll see where it goes from there.
Correct.
All right.
Now,
and I'll report back next week.
If you let me know. Because I'm evaluating on whether I should get the OLED or not. You know
honestly, it was a good purchase.
That's why I asked if it ran hot, because I'm like, that's just an excuse. You know what I mean? Like,
and I feel like when it first did that,
when
it first did that, I was like, okay, why is my lamp so warm? Like, what is this? Yeah. And then sometimes it like that fan noise gets really. I'm like, I'm like this thing from the
when you start to hear the fans, that's when you know they done turned on.
Yes. I'm like, you know what? Let me, stop for a moment.
All right, sorry for the detour.
Oh no, you're fine. Because again, it's all about gaming, and we actually play the games we talk about. So yeah, it's all right. But I'm done now.
Okay, what about you, lady? What you been playing?
I play Call of Duty. I think the thing about Call of Duty with Warzone is that I really don't take it too seriously. So I think it's more fun for me that way. So I played with Wolf and Shazam earlier in the week, and it was pretty cool. Okay. And Starfield a little bit. We played some Starfield.
Oh yeah, we played.
I'm a level 26. It's so big. It's just you forget how big that whole universe of Starfield is, and I just finished High Price to Pay. So that decision was very easy. So it was a very easy decision for me. So because there's a pimp decision you got to make. So it depends what it is, I'm still enjoying it. The mods, I can't wait till they start rolling in, and I'm telling you, the second playthrough I'm gonna have all, when I get the achievements and everything, and I'm fully settled in, and I got all the Starfield out of me, I'm gonna go to the Creators Club and try to do like everything that I possibly can imagine, you know, which is a good thing. And if you ordered the premium edition of Starfield, you get 1,000 credits already.
Yeah,
along with the DLC, and that was a nice little bonus.
Not until December though, or late in the year. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't ready.
I'm good with a birthday vibe. Starfield birthday. I'm with it. So what else I played? Valorant as well.
How is that playing on console?
Oh, let me tell you. First of all, shout out to them for giving me a code +5. You know what I mean? So I see that it's CS:GO vibes a little bit. That's what I'm getting. It's a mix between like Rainbow, Overwatch, and CS:GO mixed together, and that's what you got is Valorant. It's not bad. It's okay. I think you get more fun factor in Valorant if you play with folks that you play with, like at least 2 people. Mm-hmm. They have like modes like unranked. They have team deathmatch. They got free for all, and what I call the long game. So usually the short game is like to 5. The long game is like 40 minutes long and 13 rounds. So there have been a couple of times that I didn't look at what I was searching for, and I got it in a long game. Now the thing about this game is you can't leave when you get in there. They will warn you, and they will penalize you for like rage quitting, leaving the match, you know, things of that nature. So it was okay. It was okay. It's not uninstalled, so that's promising for me, you know. Also, let me see, what else did I play? I'm trying to think. I'm going to say Elden Ring DLC. Look, let me tell you, I stayed up past my bedtime to play this game. And I said, you know what, cool, I'm gonna set my alarm before 4 a.m. I woke up, it was 4:30, and I had to be at the bus stop at 5. So I'm like, I had to. I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't have wait. I should have took the day off that day, but I didn't. But I stayed up. I'm gonna tell you, it is so good because the world is good. It's different. I don't care that, you know, everybody's level is different when they come to the DLC, but to me, it feels very matched up to their level, I would say, because I'm 309 and there's some enemies that I'm, you know, just cutting them like butter, but then there's enemies that I'm having real difficult time with, and I have to end up running. So as soon as I possibly could, I did like 2 videos, and I believe this is the second one, that me just mostly exploring, finding out the bosses, getting shortcuts, just learning the world to the best of your abilities so you can be able to play better. You know,
you're on a whole totally different map now, right?
Yeah. You can switch in between the land in between, and I call the shadow realm. That's what I call it. And you can still be able to go switch off, and you know, say you want to farm for a little bit, you can go in the land in between. You can farm at your farm spot, raise your stats. You can come back to the shadow world and, you know, beat the boss that you had trouble with a while back. You know, it's not gonna hold your hand. There's like markers. There's 2 markers that you go to open a map, and then the rest is up to you. So that's all I did. Really heavy on the Elden Ring. After I streamed this, me and Xbuzz did an exploration on the whole world. Well, not the whole world, where we could have, you know, explored. And I'm telling you, it's beautiful. It's different. These monsters ain't no joke. There's good drops. There's people you're gonna meet, and I personally enjoyed the DLC. So, and you know, if the homies need help, I'm right here because it's never getting uninstalled. The sad part about it for me is that this DLC, this is it. Ain't nothing. I really believe ain't nothing else after this.
You think there's no more deal? Like this, the one and only DLC they're dropping?
I mean, based on From Software. I mean, I'm sorry, not From Software. Like these type of games, they usually have the game and then the DLC, one DLC.
Yeah.
And that's it. So I want to be good, but I want to take my time with it. So I believe that's all I played this week.
It's understandable. And I kind of, you know, as far, that was one of my topics though, was about Diablo. I'm sorry, not Diablo, but Elden Ring, and how, you know, it's a 20-hour long DLC, you know, but you don't have any achievements or anything, or trophies, anything. And so, I mean, I've played a lot of Elden Ring, but I haven't completed the story or anything. And so I'm just wondering, like, is it worth going through the DLC if I haven't beaten the game? You know what I mean?
I would strongly recommend at least try and beating the game before you get into DLC. You don't have to, trust me.
Right.
It's optional. But I know that one, you'll get your achievements that you beat the Elden Beast, at least. And then you'll get hella ruins, so you can be able to level up. You'll get a new weapon. You get something else. You get a cool ending based on your ending on your playthrough that you went through. That's the plus sign of, you know, beating Elden Ring, the base game. Now, DLCs is the vibe. It's fancy. And yeah. Wait, quick
question. So does DLC, does it feel different? Did you say it feels different? Like the area and whatnot?
Yeah.
It feels different. Okay.
Yeah, there are areas that you'll see more. For me, it felt like it had more animals. The enemies that I'm encountering is not the same from the base game. So, but the setting, the artwork, the landscape it is what it is for me. I just enjoy it.
So, what about you, LBOOGIE? You jumping back in like full force into the DLC, or you just? I mean, because you never completed the game either, right?
No, I thought you had though.
No, I beat the boss that's required for it.
Oh, she already there.
Yeah, I beat the boss that's required there for it, but the two bosses. I just never went. You know how they had that tower at the top? I just never went up because I thought that they wouldn't let me go back to a certain area. So I just never went to that floating island in the sky. Basically.
Oh my God, no, for real? You still up there?
You haven't done the boss.
I beat the no. I beat the giant, the fire giant. Then I beat the other little thing that was the little roly-poly thing inside the island thing. The little girl showed up and she's like, "I'm gonna take you to some other area." And I was just like, "Nah, we ain't doing that." Then I ain't played the game since.
Girl, I thought you were.
He was trying to tell me that you had beat the game before.
Well, no, I beat the required boss. That's what Lady helped me complete.
Right, but I thought Moog was something you had to do after.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, that was earlier. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that before you get to the Elden Beast, but Delilah haven't beaten the game, but she can go in right now and play the DLC. Yeah. You have to beat that boss. You have to. So and it's just like when I think about Elden Ring, I think about like the build I was trying to work on, the stuff that I was trying to improve with my character, because I was trying to get, you know how you get your little summons that you have to help you and stuff, the little ghosts, and I was trying to get those maxed out and find some other rooms and stuff, and it's just like it's a what word I want to use for this? It's a grind, basically. It could feel like a grind, a bit of a grind. But that dopamine that releases when you beat enemies and a boss is like incredible. It's like, and I think that's what that game does, because you try so hard to. It's not only, I mean, like I said, this ain't everybody cup of tea, and I understand that if certain people are deterred from playing this game, because of no achievements and stuff like that, but I'm still play it. I'm gonna still play it. I'm a fan. I've always been a fan. I will always be a fan.
You a fan?
I'm a fan. Yeah. So
you said it too many times to not say it. Like,
okay.
Oh my God.
But I will spread this knowledge, and most of the enemies in the DLC are fire based. So if you got any ice, frost type of elements in your build, you should move over to that side. That's it.
Gotcha. Okay. What about you, CHAREECE? Are you jumping back into that?
Girl, she
barely played the first one. Okay.
No. I will watch and cheer on from the sidelines. Because it looks like a pretty world, but I can't do it. I can't do it.
You know what's so crazy? CHAREECE, I felt just like you when I initially started that game. I'm like, how is this fun? I die every 2 seconds. How is this fun? But somewhere along the line it clicks and you start GG, like you start getting good.
It never clicked with me.
It's actually like a parry thing,
Yeah.
Like you have to get good at dodging.
That's a successful parry.
You can't sit there and try to be tanky. Like there's literally no tank.
Yeah, because when that's a successful parry, it feels so sathing. You like got you, know what I mean? Like you tried it, but you failed.
Right.
Right. Cool. So did one thing I did want to ask though. So does it not having achievements or trophies bother you?
Some might feel a certain way. I do not, because I'm a fan.
Yeah, you don't care. Yeah, you don't care about the achievements. Okay, you don't.
No, I think even if we don't get achievements, you know what I mean? But there's like little things that you get along the way. Like
after you beat character progression stuff, right?
Yeah. For example, if you beat the first, like usually when you beat the main bosses, 9 out of 10, you either get their blade or you get their You get their outfit, and that's kind of more okay with me. Like, you know, okay, I beat the first boss. I'm going to wear his drip and I'm going to go around showing this drip because I killed him, you know, type of shit. But like I said, I can completely understand if, you know, someone's like, oh man, this kind of sucks that we don't have achievements. Because, you know, some people
love their achievements, you know.
Some people want their achievements.
Yeah.
But how are you supposed to show off to random people if you can't, like, here, I got an achievement for this?
That's true.
A clip.
You ain't gonna have
a screenshot. A screenshot.
They'll probably have runes again for the boss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry?
They'll probably have the runes
for the bosses.
Mm-hmm.
And you still get, but that achievement is like, it's universal, right? It's global. Like, you can show that story.
Same thing. I said that before we started the show, before you got in, I told Lady, I said, your biases are like unbelievable. Like, like, she's just like, I don't care. Like, they can do whatever. They can do whatever to me. And I'm like, you know, it's okay to critique them.
Yeah, because you know, if it was any other game.
I did. Well, excuse me.
Excuse me,
I have a critique right here. Pam, first of all, when it comes to multiplayer co-op adventures, me and Xbox shouldn't have went above and beyond to try to play for a long period of time. First of all, you can't use your steeds. Second of all, it's got to be a rubber band of, you know, he'll find a site of grace that I haven't found, so I got to get out my world, ride from the last site of grace we was at to the site of grace he is at now, activate my site of grace, then put my finger down so he can pick me up in his world.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I can critique some shit. I think that if I'm in co-op and you give me a OP boss and I initially have 8, 9 blue red flags and I only have 4 and 3, when I got this hella OP boss in front of me, give me some more health juices. Give me, you see, I got 7 and I got 5. You know what I'm saying? It usually will be 8 and 9. But I mean, it is what it is. Did I say it was perfect? No. Did I enjoy it?
No, it's just that we listen to you week after week, and so we notice it. Most people who listen to the show may not notice that. You know what I'm saying? You had your favorites. We all do. We all do. We all have our favorites. And
I think that's normal when it comes to gaming,
absolutely.
Because everybody has a game that they will die on the hill. It could be hot garbage on a plate to someone else, but to me, it's the most amazing game. And I think everybody has that. And if someone doesn't have that, then they're lying to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I promise you, I feel like I'm the only person in the world that's put like 80 hours into 75 to 80 hours in Recore. Like, I promise you that. Probably the only person in the world.
I'm trying to think what would be my game.
What? Genshin Impact?
Genshin or I don't know. Oh, see, back in the day I would have said Baldur's Gate, but I don't know now. Like, or no. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic or something like that. Something that you kind of really.
But see, those are critically acclaimed games though. So I don't know if that's
but so is Elden Ring. Like,
and Genshin. Making all that money. That ain't critically acclaimed?
That is true.
Okay.
See, that to me, that shouldn't be a part of the criteria whether it's critically acclaimed or not. It's just like what's the game that you're just like 100% like I'm biased towards. Like, it is, they can do no wrong. Like I'm like that with some publishers, you know, that like, you know, they just release great content. It's like they rarely miss, and I feel like that about like Obsidian. I feel like Obsidian, they hit a beat that I like with their games. It used to be Bethesda until like 76, but 76 is now better, you know. So Bethesda, you know what I'm saying? Bethesda's still cooking in my opinion, because I love Starfield. All right, so
I'm gonna say mine's. You know mine's, right? You know mine.
I think I do, but go ahead and enlighten us.
It's Call of Duty.
I would say Activision. I hate y'all.
Yeah.
Like that's not even that's why I didn't even ask her, because everybody know ladies.
Hard, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Especially Warzone. Now the
Call of
interesting
Duty?
ones would
Yeah.
be
Zombies.
Hey,
Yeah.
now what would be Boogie's? What would be her
Yeah,
game?
Boogie, what's your game that's like
That's just
you can
like-
do no wrong? Like
Star Wars.
No.
No,
Oh,
because I've heard her
oh.
complain about Star Wars. Me and her both complain about Star Wars.
Boogie will complain. She will complain if it sucks something. She gonna say something.
Right. That's why I feel like I don't have no game that's like that. Like I just said, be like letting anything pass. I don't think I have a game that's like that. I mean, I have games that like I get excited for sure, you know, and I'll always play those games. Like I'm always gonna play Far Cry, but I will critique it. Like I didn't like 5, one where they were out in the country. I didn't like that one. I don't like it because you were essentially, you know, hunting down racist folks. But I don't know.
The pacing was kind of weird though.
You said what?
And the difficulty spike. I do remember that one. The pacing was weird and the difficulty spike.
Right.
I mean, the sister and the brother was like, you know.
So I don't know. I'll critique a game. I don't be taking no bullshit. Like, give me more.
Yeah.
I don't love nobody like that.
Got it.
Paying no bills up in here.
Right.
Facts. All right. So I do got a couple of other topics. I'm pretty sure you this one has made the rounds because it was one of those games that people are looking forward to, but it's one of those situations where it's coming later to the Xbox platform, kind of like how we had Baldur's Gate 3 last year in around December time, where Baldur's Gate 3 released on other platforms, but didn't come to the Xbox until later. So I just want to ask you ladies, does the Black Myth Wukong launching later on Xbox bother you?
I mean, it bothers me that like y'all waited until now to be like, oh, now it's not launching, because we've seen that it was supposed to be launching this whole time.
Right.
So like when it happens late, I'm just like,
well, it's like, but do you hold those other platforms hostage because this certain other platform isn't ready? Like, is that?
I mean, you don't, but then why is it like?
Yeah.
You know, like
ready.
Why? So did you reach out to Microsoft when you started to find that were having trouble and they didn't answer you? Or y'all just started having trouble and nobody fucking said anything? Like, what's happening there?
Where's the line of communication? I think, and it was interesting because like I believe Windows Central talked a little bit about that, like what's going on with the development of that. And they, you know, a lot of implications made in that article. I don't want to really dig too deep into that, but it is surprising. Like it's like you rarely see that. We've only seen it with like a couple titles, you know, but it did have like not Xbox trending, right? It had because you had, not only did you have the Black Myth Wukong, but you also had that Marvel Classic Collection, Fighting Collection or whatever, which that to me is weird a little bit, because it's like those games are already available in the Microsoft Store. It's just they broken out. So, I mean, do y'all believe in this whole thing? Do you think this is we will continue to see this trend of publishers?
So,
go ahead.
Because I am bored and I wanted to realize, because I actually wanted to play those games but I could have just went to the back compatible catalog and pulled it up because I bought it back in the day.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, why are we not getting this updated version of it with all the bells and whistles and like 70 different games or something? So I was doing some digging to some people's tweets and stuff, and apparently the engine that it is made out of, mind you now, this is all tinfoil hat time people.
Sure.
Tinfoil hat people.
Yeah.
So what is it called? Because I put it in our chat.
It's MT
framework, whatever. It was developed during the 360, anyway, 2006 year, give or take, came out when Lost Planet. Apparently, it no longer works for Xbox, but it works for older generations, not this generation.
Yeah, because even when you saw the like what was releasing on for this game, it had PlayStation 4. It didn't have PlayStation 5.
It did not have PlayStation 5.
It had PC. And and I think, I don't know if it had Switch or not.
It had Switch, PlayStation 4, and Steam.
Steam, okay.
Which is again totally fine and dandy, because again I have all that.
So current generation is just like kaput.
No, it's gone.
Got it.
And the reason that Capcom still uses this engine is because it is basically cheaper. It is in-house, and all their people already know it. They don't have to teach anybody.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
So that is why they don't say it officially, but like that's why we're not getting this stuff on newer generations.
Yeah, but I guess for me, just being a fan, Xbox being my preferred platform, I would hate to see.
Oh yeah, I'm pissed about it because I want to play it, but again, I can still go get it.
I can tell you right now, I just already know it's not a game I'm gonna play. Like I just know I love fighting games, but I'm not going that far back. It's I'd rather play the latest Tekken or boot back up Killer Instinct or something
but
like
what
that.
If we don't play this and we never get a actual real sequel to this series?
That's true. Now I'll support the game. Like I may just copy it just to say that I have it, just to support the game. But at the same time, it's like I don't see myself. I really realistically don't see myself going back and playing it. Just me. That's just me. Like because I do love Marvel versus Capcom series. Like that's my jam. But that's just what I'm on right now. It's like for me, the fighting game genre has to come in waves. Like I have to have it's a feel for me. I have to feel it like, oh yeah, okay, I'm about to, let's compete. But yeah. I don't know. I think the Black Myth Wukong one is weird. And just the way it was announced was a little bit weird too, because I think I saw someone on Twitter mentioned that how at one point it had an announcement with all the platforms underneath it, but when it came to the release date, obviously one platform was missing. So I don't know, but we'll see, right? We'll see what happens with this game. I think hopefully, now that it's out there in the open and it's pretty public and people eyeballs are on it, that it sparks something for everybody to kind of be all heads on deck from both sides, from Game Science and from Microsoft to kind of let's get this game done, just like they did with Baldur's Gate 3. But it could have just been a line of communication type thing. I mean, there is a language barrier there. It could have been a communication issue. So who knows, right? Okay. All right. Go ahead.
All right. For Black Myth, I'm kind of salty about the Marvel vs. Capcom collection because when it was in its prime, most of it was played on the Xbox.
Yeah, those titles, those older titles, like they're available, like they're on the store. So it feels weird. It's like theoretically, couldn't you took those games that you've already kind of released on the store, package them some way, and still release it on it? Like it's just the logic for me is a little bit interesting. Yeah,
I completely understand, but I completely understand where you're coming from. I really enjoy Marvel vs. Capcom as far as that series is concerned. My heart, like when I saw in the Nintendo Direct when they said Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it's just that title gets me. It gives me memories of staying up all night learning how to play with the arcade stick, playing with folks, just trying to get better, and stuff like that.
Sure,
I do have stories of that. But not being it on Xbox, it's just kind of messed up. And they have, I hate to say it, but they do have a right to put their games where they want to be put at.
Right, absolutely.
And people feel like either you're going to want to keep your games on one platform only, or it got to be everywhere all at once. There's no in between, but that's their game. They can put it wherever they want to put it. I got like CHAREECE said, I got everything except the Steam Deck.
I mean, so do I, but it's like for me, I prefer achievements. So I prefer my games to be on console, because I like the couch experience. This is known. So I'm with you there. It's just that with Xbox's strategy, with their whole business plan strategy and stuff that they're doing, as far as putting their games in more places and all that stuff, it's like it's a standout now that like if a game doesn't release on that platform, it's like, oh, why are you putting your games over here? And then third party is also not supporting it. So then what happens with the hardware? And so I see where they're coming from with that, and I think that's where you draw the parallel. But to me, it's like that's far as it goes, and it's only been, it's been, believe it or not, like it's been just certain genres. Like that's what I've noticed. It's been more so like the JRPGs genre, you know, mostly Eastern developers and things like that. I even tried to break it down. I was like, you know, trying to figure out like the advantages between each platform. I broke it down in like, so Xbox, you know, they're known for like the Western RPGs, gas adventures, first person shooters. PlayStation is like third person walking sims, JRPGs, and action adventure. Nintendo is your Eastern RPGs and your cutesy adventure family games. So I feel like each platform has their own like lane. They all can really coexist at the same time. But anytime you have a multi-plat game, it really it shouldn't be a situation where you're choosing one or the other, because some of these experiences are still shared. You know, like the competitive scene is still like shared. So the fighting game genre that we were just talking about, that's, to me, that's a shared thing. That should be everywhere. So yeah, I'm a little salty being an Xbox fan, but we'll see how it goes. And anybody else want to speak on the whole Black Myth Wukong launching later and do you care thing, or I can just move on to Nintendo Direct? All right, so Nintendo Direct. So the Nintendo Direct was what? When was Nintendo Direct? Anyway, Wednesday. I think Wednesday.
No, Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesday.
Okay. So there was a lot. This is Nintendo, you know, granted, it's like a regurgitation of some of like their existing IP type stuff, but it's Nintendo. And you know, they released two games that I'm like, yo, I have to play these two games. Y'all already know I'm a Metroid fan, so Metroid, I'm so glad to see that game. It looks so good. Metroid and Mario and Luigi, what's it called?
Brotherhood?
Brothership.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Brothership. Those were the standouts for me. So let's get into it. Did y'all get a chance to catch the Direct? And if so, like, what are your standouts? What you like, and how would you grade this show? I guess I'll go in order. What about you, LBOOGIE? How you feel about the Nintendo Direct?
The only game I think I said that I was like vaguely interested in was the Brothership thing. But then Jilla ruined it by saying that it's turn-based, which I mean,
it's like a it's like Mario RPG type thing.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's not your bag. But it also it does have some platforming and stuff like that. It's just that the combat is
I don't know, like I didn't mind the combat and stuff. Like I liked the combat and stuff, but then the way they're showing it is like RPG. I want to turn-based. Like I want to be able to like do the items. Yeah. That's an issue that I always have with even the Honkai Star Rail, right? Like I'm just pushing a button. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, you feel like you're not really engaging in the combat if you just kind of like you're watching it versus playing. Yeah, I get that.
So,
all right. So that was it though. Like anything else?
That's literally it. Y'all didn't announce a new console. Y'all didn't announce titles. So it was more.
You wasn't excited about Lego Horizon Adventures being on the Direct?
Man. No. And he was not excited for the Zelda shit.
Oh, come on. Don't do Zelda like that. You can't listen. Don't do Zelda like that.
Look, I'm with you, LBOOGIE, man.
They need to not do Zelda like that. Like,
I'm with you.
It's weird. It is weird that you can play as, like, you're not playing as Link in some.
I mean, they have had those games where you do play as Zelda, but I don't know. I was just like, who are y'all talking to decide what games you make? Like, I don't.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel a little bit indifferent about that because traditionally, you've been playing as Link trying to save Zelda, and it's weird because they flipped it and like you're playing as Zelda trying to save Link. They should have called this somebody said it on socials that they should have called this the Legend of Link. Yeah. I thought it'd been fire, and then there's something in the story to kind of tell like some sort of background, because typically, Link is like a non-speaking character. You don't really know much background about him, that kind of thing. It'd have been dope to have the Legend of Link, and then you tell him like all this, hyper metaverse type of things with Link and the different iterations of Link, and I think that would have been super dope. To me, it's a miss op. But hey.
Again, like I said, I don't know who they consulting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, but to me, I'm definitely I'm playing it because y'all. I play them the Metroids, the Zeldas, and the Marios. Like I'm playing them. Just FYI.
Let me tell you, man. Look.
Well, so wait, before you start, lady. So Boogie, what would you score? Did you watch the whole thing, or did you only just watch a few games?
I just watched the trailers.
Okay.
So I didn't watch the whole thing. Top to bottom. I just watched the trailers. But
yeah. Because I was gonna ask you for a score, but
because sorry, these Nintendo Directs and really these fucking state of plays are like, y'all not telling me anything unless you're telling me you're going into a game. Like the only time I feel like I actually enjoy them is when they're like, we're doing a deep dive into whatever game.
Right.
But again, these two companies need to have a real showcase once a year so we know what the hell is coming.
Yeah. I would love to see a future roadmap to what like Sony is doing, because we know they got a ton of studios, so we know they're working on something. They're not just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. Of course, game development is difficult, so games kind of go in this cycle. Like they could be never announced, and it could be worked on for years and then canceled. So you just never know, right? Like what's happening behind the scenes. But I want to see some sort of roadmap with them. But just kind of keeping this on topic. Charisse, did you want to kind of go into what you liked about the Nintendo
I watched it, and it was nice. Solid B.
Solid B, yeah.
Solid B. But like, am I gonna play anything that was here? Most likely.
Not a one?
Not a one.
What?
I don't know. Nothing just jumped out to me said I had to play it. Right. I don't know. I didn't even the
I could have sworn like one of those games would have been right up your alley, like the Phantom Blade Brave one would have been right up your alley.
Nothing.
No?
Nothing. I don't know. Maybe
tough crowd today.
I know, right? I wasn't feeling any of it. I was like, it's
Luigi's Mansion? Like, come on.
You know what? I've never liked that title. Never. I still don't see the understand. Like, okay, what are you doing with this vacuum cleaner? What is going on here?
God. Y'all.
I couldn't.
Y'all hard on Nintendo. Y'all hard on Nintendo.
Are we hard on Nintendo, or are we just asking Nintendo to up their standards?
Like, where's Mario Kart? Hashtag where's Mario Kart?
And for them to be talking about, didn't they say a couple of months ago that they was like, oh, we will announce more on our Switch 2 later on this year? It is later on this year. Where the fuck are you at?
It's still it's near, ma'am. It's nowhere near this year.
If they want me to buy this for Christmas, I need to know it now, because that means because I will have to buy two of them.
Away and it is still
I will have to buy two of them. That means if I only got enough money saved up for one, that means my daughter not getting one. So I need them to go ahead and say something now. So tell me what I'm looking for.
So that's the announcement you was looking for.
That sort of kind of yes.
Right. Yeah, everybody was talking about Nintendo Switch 2 for like 2 months. Ain't nothing popped up.
Right. Yeah. God. Yeah, so
is that where the disappointment kind of set in? They did announce a Switch Lite though.
I care about a damn Switch Lite.
Nobody cares about no Switch Lite. They want that bigger screen. They want those achievements. They want the better interface with Nintendo. The things that people have been asking for since the Switch is started.
And now that I got my Steam Deck, I don't honestly. That's the console that needs to be dusted off. That's the console that needs to be dusted off. The PlayStation gets its dusted, but that Switch, you know what?
Oh shit! Let me do this real quick.
Come on now, come on.
You know what?
Switch like that. Don't do Switch.
You know what?
Don't do Switch like that.
I don't know where it's at. Look, lady trying to find hers.
I should have knocked the camera down.
See, I just
that let you know how dusty this shit's in the back. It's in the back. It's in the back.
It might be on my bookshelf somewhere.
I just turn it on every once in a while just to see if it's
make sure that battery's still going.
That's all. That's it. It's docked up in the bag. Yeah. It's docked up in the bag. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what they should have hey. Right. And you know what? They didn't even have to do a full announcement. You know what they could have did? They could, hey, we're still working on this.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, fair. But granted, I mean, we don't even know if it's a thing. Like it's.
They could have showed prototypes.
I don't know. I ain't gonna.
It's like, I don't know.
You think so everybody's kind of tuned up for that, and that's like the disappointment. So I understand that to an extent, but at the same time, it's like the games I thought was like Ace Attorney. Like I thought
I don't care about Ace Attorney. You know what? No, I've never liked that series either.
Ooh, objection.
She said objection. I don't like Ace Attorney either. I mean, like I like the little.
Y'all are killing me.
What's Ace Attorney?
Let
me stop. I haven't played it. I heard of it. I haven't played it.
Yeah, you had the video made before. That's what I'm trying to figure out what you.
She made memes. She used a meme creator to do those like objection kind of memes.
Yeah, that was a meme creator.
Yeah.
So but not the show. All right. But yeah, I don't. That's not my bag either.
And Tales of the Shire isn't up your bag either. It's a Lord of the Rings kind of thing where it's kind of like that Disney Dream Valley game y'all like, which is Lord of the Rings.
If I'm going to play something in Lord of the Rings, I want some kind of magic. I don't want to be a fucking hobbit.
Okay. All right, fair enough. What's your grade? What's your grade?
I told you it's a solid B. It's a solid B.
Okay.
And that's all I got for you.
Okay. Well, all right. What about you, lady? You know what, lady? Do you got anything to add to this? Because otherwise, I just
Delillah thought we was gonna come up here and be all happy about it.
Mario and Luigi and some.
Man, look, that ain't even Mario and Luigi getting no love over here, cuz.
Wait, no, now because according to the people in our chat, Mario and Luigi are drug traffickers, and Nintendo, please don't come after us.
We know the chat be on one.
The chat always be on one. Look,
I believe it now. They laundering money. I believe it.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Plumbing is getting fixed. Like,
yeah, they're leaving bricks on the table.
Oh man, I thought the lineup was great though. Like what they showed, like I thought it was really impressive, and they had a ton there.
We like different games.
You say what, like?
We like different games.
Well, we like different stuff. Yeah.
Look, let me tell you, Nintendo Direct was for the old Nintendo heads that are nostalgic about Nintendo and the kids, because it sure wasn't for me. Metro Prime 4. I might dibble dabble. I might dibble dabble a little bit, but like I said, I have not played a Metro Prime game.
Oh my God, you missing out.
Because it's platformer, right? It's platformers. You know me.
It's first-person platformer, yeah.
Yeah, but I think this one is not. By the looks of it, it's not platformer.
And they do like it's situations when you go into your morph ball, like it goes into like a third-person type view. In the game, like you get certain abilities, it goes into a third-person view. It's majority of it's like first-person, like shooter kind of thing. It's so good the way they did it, the way the mechanics, the controls, the abilities you get. And just translating that between 2D and 3D is so fire. But again, like
Metro saved the show. Metro saved the show. It saved it. Saved it.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think they did a good job with the bookends, right? Started with Mario and Luigi, and then they ended with Metro. So they did a good job of like some good at the beginning, some good at the end. I think that's how you're supposed to do your bookends at a showcase or something like this. I thought it was great though to be Nintendo Direct. We've seen worse Nintendo Directs, and that's why I'm going with. But we know Nintendo does this. This is Nintendo's bag. They harp on the nostalgia and they nurture like their IP. They focus on like constantly updating their IPs, whether it's just modifying gameplay or putting out the IP into a different genre. Like they're notorious for doing this. So for me, this was right. This is kind of like what I expect Nintendo to do. If I had to grade the show, I would give it. Wait, what was your grade, lady?
A skip.
Skip. Okay. For me, I would give it like a B minus. Because I mean, there's some games I want to see like a Xenogears kind of thing. Some Square Enix support, more Square Enix support rather. But that'd be it. That'd be it for me as far as Nintendo Direct. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and just switch gears and jump into some of the Xbox stuff. We know from just what's been going on recently that Microsoft has had like a marketing adjustment the guy who was over that group, Jared West, has left to go to Roblox, and so the marketing teams is kind of like been modified a bit, and so hopefully this will help with Xbox marketing all up. We also know that they have announced that they're going to Gamescom. So my question to you ladies was, what do you expect them to do at Gamescom? Do you expect this to be a little bit different? Or you think it's going to be kind of more of the same?
I mean, typically,
go ahead. But no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, typically they do more of the same with maybe 1 or 2 announcements. I think we even had it before where there were no additional announcements at Gamescom.
Right. It's kind of like a regurgitation of the same.
Yeah. So I'm not, I mean, if something happens, great, but I'm not like anticipating another announcement.
Okay. And mind you, Gamescom is massive. Like, I can't remember I think it was always, let's see, if I can think of the numbers, it was kind of like 5 to 6 times larger than E3. Like, it's a massive show. Very, very massive show. So Xbox is planning on having like a huge booth, largest booth ever, they said. So I would love to see some more stuff here. I mean, it's a large audience, large demographic area, all that, the whole 9. So I love to see.
Salty that they've been able to keep Gamescom going, and we weren't able to keep our.
Yes, I absolutely am. I am super salty about it because I think. I feel like our podcast, we were like the only ones saying like, no, E3 needs to continue. Some people was like, E3 needs to die, it's not needed.
Right.
Like,
and you see it is, because I mean, you start to see more PlayStation fans saying, hey, like, we need a show, we need a roadmap, like, we should know, like, what the hell is going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it forced them to compete. Like, it forced them to say like, okay, this is what I got. Because I don't know what they're going to show, but I'm going to show this. Instead of just like drip feed, and then it's like they feel like the level of care isn't taken as it was in the past. Like that's what I feel the most. It's like they can just drop something like, here we go, we got this, boom. But it's the level of detail. Like you could tell from Microsoft Showcase, like that level of effort and care into like what titles we showing, the pacing, and like how are these games going to land? What's AAA? What isn't? Let's kind of do a little bit of indie in here. Like, to me, it felt more orchestrated than just like, okay, here's the titles we got coming in June. Like, that's how it felt in June and beyond, so
okay, for a game, I think it's just gonna be what we saw before, but in a grander scale, and have physical presence in Gamescom. I was, as you were talking about Gamescom, and it still is like between that and past West / East, that is the the vibe that E3 used to be, that we have left. So I don't know. Gamescom might be the wave, might be the next one I want to go to. Off low key, really low key.
It's like huge venue. I mean, I'm pretty sure but for you to put on an event that large, it has to be well oiled. Like, you can't like PAX, because PAX to me is ridiculous. Like the badging system, the check-ins, making sure you know what's what, and the schedule and all this. Like, they do a great job.
Didn't you say the same for E3? Like, E3 was a huge production.
Yeah, but back in the day, it was way better than what it turned into.
Yeah.
They somehow I don't know whether it was a management change or what, but it lost itself in translation. Like, it really, I don't know, that one year where they had to downsize it and make it like industry only, it wasn't like this grandiose thing. Then they tried to go back to what it was before. It just didn't work. They didn't get the same traction. And then I feel like after that switch and that transition, it kind of like E3 started bleeding out. Slowly but surely started bleeding out. Then the pandemic came, and it's like, okay, well, what do we do now? Nobody's gonna come to the show. And it's just kind of like, that's the gist of it. But I think the ESA should really do something to bring it back, because now you have your Keeleys and them, Summer Games Fest is there. It's great, but it's still industry only. It's not like something that people can just kind of register for willy-nilly. Right. It seemed like they pick and choose who can go, who can do what or whatever. It's like playing favorites instead of it's weird. It's weird. And so you see the same people, they, every time at these shows, same people. Like, okay, I've been seeing XYZ for umpteen years, same folks. Like, what a new squad at. Like, how do you, like, what's the 10-step plan to get into Summer Games Fest, the live event? Like, what's I have to ask like 6 people, 7 people to even be like, oh yeah, okay, now I know how to get in. Like, I should have to do that. I should better go to the website, register as media, register as XYZ, or whether you're gonna have a booth or whatever, register as industry and be able to get in, just like E3 back in the day. Like, to me, I feel like that's where there's some level of it being disjointed. And until they solve that, to me, Summer Games Fest is not gonna be the same. And IGN Live, it tried it. It had their thing. They did they also mixed in like movies and TV into their whole thing. So the vibe was there, and they had it within the same, time frame. But again, it felt different. But hopefully, in the future we get it together, because we now know it's needed. Like, we know it's needed. Because to me, it was like a situation where the other media paid attention. Your CNNs, your MSNBCs, your Foxes, all of these media outlets, non-gaming media outlets, paid attention for E3. So. All right. Let's see what else I wanted to mention here. Did you all get a chance to check out the Matt Booty interview?
I did not.
I know.
But enlighten us though.
All right, so
enlighten me. I ain't seen that shit. I can't talk to everybody.
Matt Booty, he's the president of Game Content Studios at Microsoft Gaming. Spoke with Variety in an interview. Basically, touched on things like the Xbox Showcase and how pleased they were with it, and how it did great. Talked a little bit about Tango Gameworks and what happened with that studio. The Sea of Thieves, and how well it's doing over on PlayStation 5. Talked about a little bit like some leadership changes and things like that, and also reiterated that games will be launched on a case-by-case basis. That's been a whole topic of discussion on, like, where are these games going to live? Is exclusivity still important to them? And I think by him, mentioning that or reiterating that, on a case-by-case basis, that exclusivity is still a little bit is important to them. So I just want to ask you, ladies, is this something that you care about? It's just like, okay, man, I'm over it. It is what it is. Just give me the games already. Where y'all stand on all of this?
I'm over it. I'm so over it. So over it, because I think that gamers, and I think as far as content creators and podcasters and stuff, they just losing sight of what we were doing, why we do what we do in the first place. And it's about the games, and it's not even as like for the last few years, 2 years at least, that people have not been talking about games. They have not been playing games as they should be, but they're talking more about the business aspects of why people are making certain decisions at companies when it comes to games, and they're losing sight of what it's supposed to be, and it is supposed to be about the games. For me, look, I knew from the get-go that in order for me to love this video game content creating thing, that I know that I have to be accessible to most of the gaming stuff that I need to game to talk about the things that I play.
The platforms,
I'm not talking. I don't care if you tell me about pocket watching or whatever the fuck y'all want to say it, but don't come to me saying that, oh, you should be worried about somebody's pocket, but then you over here talking about a game on a platform that you don't own. At this point, for me, just give me the games. Tell me what game I'm playing this winter. Tell me where I want to spend my money at. Entice me with the games. That's all I want at this point. When it's as far as exclusivity is concerned, look, some gotta stay and some gotta go. It is what it is. Whichever game it is where I go. Especially if it's a game that I want to play. It don't matter where it's on.
Yeah, you're gonna go where the games are. If you're really into games, you're going where the games are. What about you, CHAREECE?
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
No, I was asking. Right, she's zoned out. Anyway, I was asking whether you I was asking you all whether you had a chance to check out the Matt Booty interview, and I kind of outlined some of the things that he talked about. Where he mentioned like the situation of Tango Gameworks, putting Sea of Thieves on PS5, and he also doubled down on the case-by-case basis for exclusivity. So I was wondering, what was your thoughts on all of that? And do you even care? And if you don't, that's fine too.
I do, but then I don't, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, because I like listening and reading on these interviews and seeing what these people think about the decisions that they made and if they would have made a different choice. But in the long run, I don't really care because, again, like Lady said, I kind of can play anything I wanted to. Not now, a couple years ago, I couldn't say that. Maybe, and I feel for people who only have one system.
Right.
Because they can't play, or maybe they can't afford to play because this is expensive.
And for me, that's who I advocate for, because it's like that's the way I prefer to play. Like, I'm a console person. Like, I prefer to play on console. Yes. I want all the games on console. I don't want to have to worry about settings and tweaking this for frame rate and does my graphics card work with this, or do I got enough RAM for that? Like, I don't want to worry about any of that. I just want to be able to plug my game in and play it. No quality.
And that is a plus. Like, as much as I get into PC gaming, having running updates for this, running updates for that, making sure
launchers, making sure launch better.
Console, I can just turn on my controller, system boots up, and I'm good to go. Right. So I can kind of understand what people were saying about that, but I just also feel like if I can do it, so can you. I don't know. That's kind of wrong to be that way.
Change your investment plan.
And it's not even an investment plan. I'm just like, I'm trying not to be that type of person because
when I say investment plan, I mean to what you invest in, right? So instead of investing in, the single platform that you plan on, invest in other platforms so you can get it.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
I just want to say, I didn't want to cut you off, Chareece. I just want to. This just flew by us. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Rain G4 is Sims your lady's kryptonite. I don't play it. I'll play. That's why. That's a reason. I don't. Yep.
That's why I don't play it anymore. But I am waiting for Sims 5 to drop, or
something. Nah, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. They're not going nowhere.
Now my daughter plays Sim 4, and it is her kryptonite. Like, she will get in there and she'll play for a good 4 hours and come back with a whole soap opera. So.
Yeah, I can never get into the Sims. To me, it's too much. I got real life to worry about. I deal with that. I'm trying to eat myself. I ain't trying to feed these people. I'm trying to do my garden. I'm doing my real garden. I'm trying to do my real house. Real curtains. I'm putting up real curtains. I'm not trying to do it's too much for me. I can't get jiggy with the Sims. Y'all got it.
I remember how it sucked up my soul for a year and a half, and I was like, no, I can't do it. Because I'm going through real life shit, but then I'm more worried about what's going on in my Sims world. I'm like, man, nah.
Today, I got time for that. That's just what I'm on. But anyway, I get it. I understand. People love it. People love that game. Mm-hmm. So it's not my kryptonite. What about you, Boogie? Is the Sims your kryptonite?
I mean, yeah, most Sim type games are. But yeah, I don't know. I saw the question, but it was just you already know what it is. When I talk about it, it's not like Rain knew,
Rain knows what's up. He listens to the show, so he knows what's up. But, he's it's like asking a question he kind of already know the answer to.
Right. Yeah. We take the $2,
Yeah. So Boogie, what was your take on the Matt Booty interview?
Yeah,
or what I outlined basically.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it several times too, that I think that this is kind of where the industry is headed. You're going to see PlayStation doing the same. We already see them putting more titles on PC. Now,
Switch.
They are just petty enough to not put things on Xbox, but I think that
they always been petty though. That's their play.
Yeah, they've always been petty. They've always been petty, and I think that if it came down to where it was a real need, then they would, right? If it was all right, we're hemorrhaging money. So, but it's the way things are. And I've always been prepared for that by having everything that I want. I mean, everything to play so that I can play whatever I want. When got a board game out, I'll play it. Any PlayStation title come out, I can play it. Nintendo title come out, I can play it. So I understand that not everyone can do that, but don't be mad at other people because they can.
Thank you, Boogie. Thank you. That was the thing,
right? And it's really that I always forget there's a marketing term for it, but people feel the need to justify their purchases, especially when they cannot afford otherwise.
Yeah, that's I forgot it is. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you see it all the time because you're just like, why are you upset? You're really upset that you can't do what they're doing.
I think it's more so a fear of like that platform because, like you said, they're so concerned about their investment. They're like, dang, I want to make sure people like what I like, so this can stay around. And so that's where it stems from. So,
but these people are making money hand over fist. Like
that part.
They are gonna be here for a while.
Yes.
These companies are not going anywhere anytime soon. The only reason they are literally shut is because it's cost savings. But like, they're still making money. Don't the people in charge who are sitting in these $1 billion rooms are making money. These games are still being made, are still going to be made. They're just laying these people off.
Never showcase at all if that wasn't the case. We know who had showcases and who hadn't.
Mm-hmm. What you talking about? You talking about Sony?
I ain't talking about nothing.
You talking about Sony? You talking about Sony? What you talking about Sony? Because State of Play ain't a showcase. So are you talking about Sony?
I don't know. You making a no. I didn't say that specifically. No. I'm just saying. I'm just looking at. But look, I'm just looking at the production value of a showcase. I just want, just being a fan of gaming in general. I just want to know what they're doing. I want to know what's the plan. What can I expect to play 2 and 3 years from now? What can I want to know.
Please. I want to know what I'm playing in the next 6 months. Just give me a reason to turn the system on.
That too. Like I think it's room because we're in this space, right? I think it's room to have those conversations for both, regardless of timeline. Because like I said, they have a ton of PlayStation, like Sony, they have a ton of studios. I want to know what's being worked on.
Okay. For I want to play on Cedric's H's comment. He say I play what I can. I'm not talking about a regular, a 9-to-5er, a casual gamer. I'm not expecting them to have everything. And yes, their voices matter in the space as well. And they should have their own console exclusive games. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who have an opportunity to get multiple things that they need as far as gaming is, when as far as they're like, if you got a big look, this is the thing with me. I see people that have big followings, have one console, but want to talk shit about what Nintendo's doing or what PC is doing. And we already established that Twitter's not real. Like we already established that 9 times out of 10 they're complaining about something, but they playing on that same platform. Like they would complain about Xbox all day long, complain about this, and then you see them online. I ain't saying no names. You see them online, they own Xbox all day and forever. Like you doing all this complaining, but you're still here. So like, what are we really doing? What are we really complaining about? Because your games, you clearly can play the games you want to play because you're right here. So it's that's why I always say Twitter isn't real. It's just an echo chamber of what people, think that people are, what's popular or what's popping or what. But that's to me, that's as far as it goes. To me, they're like the one-to-one translation to what actual buyers do isn't there specifically when it comes to like certain games, not everything, but certain games. So that's just that's my take. I could be wrong. I heard he did something this week. I have a cab, and I don't know. He blocked me, so
since I'm hosting, they were not engaging in that level of drama. Okay, I'll let you all talk about that.
I don't know.
You want to?
He blocked me. I know he didn't do nothing. I know people are upset this week.
Like, I don't know what happened. I'm always curious about that. Why did he block you, lady? Okay, you want to enlighten the people of why you were blocked by a certain individual?
Oh, you talking about Jason?
Why she call this man name out like she know him for real?
Why were you blocked? What did you say to this man? What happened? I already said we weren't talking about the drama. Let's move on. I
would have told you. I swear. You think I'm scared of Jason? He used the clip that was doctored up to make it beneficial for him. And then when I called him out on it, he said, well, look, the film, the clip wasn't in content of what I was trying to say. So I told him, well, you need to get your team.
What happened? Did she
freeze? Now for y'all?
Yeah, she froze.
See?
She be mad at this picture too.
That's what she get. Talk about that man.
See, that's what happens. That's yeah, she froze. She straight up froze.
I'm like, she's definitely like.
Yeah, there. Okay, she back. You back. You back. Nope, she froze again. Okay, something going on over there. Cool.
I'm sorry.
It's cool. All right, so then I guess we can move on. Just, we ain't gonna be able to get the gist of this whole story. We could continue that topic next week, I guess. Yeah. So let's roll into tidbits then. Do you all have any tidbits for the week?
I feel like
them thrones.
Yeah, them thrones, of course.
Dang, y'all ain't got no tidbits.
I'm trying to think.
I'm thinking.
Do I got any tidbits? Hold on, I'm giving you.
I know I'm almost finished with Delicious in Dungeon. I think I got like maybe.
Dungeon is good.
I think I got like maybe 2 episodes left. I'm not sure. I try to watch during the middle of the day when I'm like literally by myself. It's such a cute little, but not really cute. It's such a good one. It's a good one. Let me see what else. I did watch a documentary, Black Barbie. Very nice. Tells how it actually started through and exactly how you think it was started. That's exactly how it started.
Okay.
It's kind of weird how I'm older than Black Barbie. Yeah.
I said all the time. A lot of people like to, some of these things when it comes to that, it wasn't that long ago. People like to pretend it was, but no,
it really wasn't.
You didn't have to tell nobody.
What y'all talking about? I'm sorry.
That's what tidbits are for, though. That's what tidbits are for. We're telling you now.
No, I'm just saying. She's talking about she's older than Barbie. You know what I mean?
Like, Black Barbie. Get it right. Black
Barbie. Not old. Not black.
Older than Black Barbie.
My bad.
I mean, you didn't have to tell nobody. You know what I mean?
It's just. It explains a lot. A whole lot. It does. But it's like an hour and a half long.
Okay.
Goes through like this, even talks to the people who work there, has some official statements from Mattel. But it's a good documentary.
Cool. Anything else? Any other tidbits?
After you watch
Am I working? I'm cool now.
Thrones. Okay.
You cut out a little bit. You said after you watch Game of Thrones, this is the podcast?
Yeah, Them Thrones. It's the Black Thrones.
Okay. Cool. What about you, lady? You cut out. You was going on. You was kind of mid tangent, but we kind of rolled a tidbit. So
I'm sorry.
Got a tidbit?
It's just that. No. Did you guys talk about the Kendrick Lamar concert yet?
Oh yeah. How are we not going to talk about that?
Right.
Man, haven't talked about it yet.
It was an event. That was an event.
Best Juneteenth ever.
Yes, it was so epic. Like, listen, I had like a little West Coast in my heart for that whole. It was so good.
She said West Coast in her heart.
Yes, because I love when the culture does things like this. Just let you know just how far it goes and how deep it goes and how important hip hop is. Period. Like. I enjoyed every moment of it. Now I feel bad for Drake's camp, but that's about it. Everything else about it was cool. I did have, because I'm a Game fan. I was a little bit salty that the game wasn't there because I like Game. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It still was dope.
I don't know. I hope somebody's watching Drake. They having Drake watch right now.
Drake watch. And then I saw someone on Twitter posting he had a revenge shirt on. It's like, And then he cut his hair.
I'm like, that's what you doing?
Look, and he cut his hair like it was really super low. Like he cut it, So he that whole is it the braids?
Yeah, like the stuff that I like when people broke down, like he even changed certain lyrics to certain songs.
Yeah,
to stuff. I did enjoy
like
it.
So much people broke that shit down
all the way down to the dances. Like it was just like, yo.
A guy from Compton who is head of Amazon Music. I did
not know that.
Yeah. So they're like, because everybody was like, oh, does Amazon know all the Pyrus is on stage and stuff? He does. Because he too is from Compton,
Yeah.
It was a good show. It was a good show.
Yeah.
It just lets you know the impact though. Like, it goes deep. And just like even you was watching it and in the audience and the interactions and the word for words and like
the camera movement.
Man, it was so good.
Yo, Amazon shouted the camera dude out on Twitter. And then they went and found his ads and like, look, y'all give him praise or whatever. Like
this part's coming up. Let me do this little transition. Fire!
And he's supposed
to be like, I mean, it was an event.
Like all the names. So you see it's on our title, Gangchella. It was Gangchella, the Renaissance. They were like, yo, this is the Renaissance for hood men. But they didn't say men.
It was nice. So. It was I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see something like that for a while.
I know.
Yeah.
The only part I didn't like was seeing Dre, because I'm just like,
yeah,
so tired of you. And like, nigga, you need to get your come up and
you know what? I would have preferred them to have Snoop instead of Dre.
Right.
I don't feel like they should have had Snoop.
I would have been fine with him too, but I mean, I also would have been fine with someone from the Bay, because that song is very Bay. But it's crazy because it's Bay and LA. Like, I don't know. Every time I hear that song, I was kind of toward the point where I was like, all right, I've been playing this shit a lot.
I'm over it. Yeah.
But then this concert happened every morning again. We gotta start the morning with Not Like Us.
Right. It's catchy.
What playlist do you have it on? Like,
I don't even have it on a playlist. Like, I just been playing it. Like,
she won off that sucker. She like won off.
Like, it's funny because my Alexa today was like, you can play this from Amazon, not just from Apple Music. I'm like, bitch, I know.
Oh man.
So
it's
played constantly. Like, oh my god. And
the
crowd was with it every time. The crowd was with it. They even showed at Meg's concert, which was yesterday in LA, that they played that before she came on stage, and the whole fucking crowd is singing all the lyrics.
Yeah, they said that song like unified all the boroughs, basically.
Yeah, you had all the hood up there on stage. I even saw somebody I have met before. Yeah.
I hope he has a good therapist, Drake. Like, I hope he got somebody he can talk.
Because I joke, but I'm legitimately concerned because he be in his fields.
Yes, he does. Like, if he'd have stayed making emo rap, he'd have been fine.
But if you know the history of Kendrick and Drake, that's how it started. Him and his fields is how it started.
Oh yeah, because Drake want to believe that he a real rapper, like hood nigga. Like, no, sorry, no.
That it was him feeling some kind of way because Kendrick said he was the best and some. But in his fields though, because it's like the best way to prove that you're the best at something is the best way to say that you're like the best at something is to prove it. So like sometimes you don't have to say anything.
The disdain that Kendrick has for him, and if you look at how that set list went, it was like, not only do I not like this man, I have never liked this man, and I've tried to tell you that he is only here for the I'm a cool black guy ride. That's it.
Wow. I just thought it was interesting. They had like NBA players on stage. They had like
everybody they
random
on stage.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, dude. It was an event, legit event.
And I mean, him bringing Tommy the Clown too, because Tommy the Clown is like an LA staple. Like if you went to school in LA County, you knew, and you know, at a predominantly black school, you knew who Tommy Clown was. So seeing him was like, I can't believe, like, this is LA shit. You know what I mean? Like this.
Yeah, I didn't know who that person was. So
I was
afterwards,
like,
I had to go Google.
Right. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, he came to my high school several times, like, and like we had like a huge drum band and everything that would be like out of his stuff, like old school drum, you know, drum line drum.
I can tell y'all now, this is not over because like you got not like a song. Imagine it.
He's recording a video this weekend in Compton.
But no, what I was gonna say was this: it's like it's not even sports season. We about to hit this on TV. Every sports event, every band's gonna be playing.
I cannot wait till the
bands.
Somebody said that they was like
battle of the bands, baby. It's gonna be crazy.
Coming starts.
Right. It's about to get worse. It's about to get worse.
That's what I'm saying. I hope Drake has a good therapist, and I hope they are on call.
He can start singing country.
No.
I guess he's trying to find a new lane.
You know what? I stopped taking Drake's
new lane because it ain't this one.
Or he might switch off full R&B now. Like
no, he could do that, or he go back to acting.
I don't want to see him on TV. I'm sorry, I don't.
I don't either.
To me, he wasn't that great of an actor. He only did one show. Like Degrassi wasn't even all that.
Look here. I'm not saying he was good or bad. I never watched that program, but people seem to love it. But if he can no longer rap, he still has his acting career to fall back on. I'm just, putting out options for a boy.
No, I think he's gonna pick a different lane. I don't know about the country angle. That's new. That's new. That's the first time I remember me hearing that. But I just see him, he gonna probably just take the R&B route and leave it at that. Boom. Cause I don't know. Or he gonna probably make party songs or something. I don't think he gonna touch the whole started from the bottom. I don't think he gonna touch that anymore. I think he done with all that.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not. All right, y'all. So I guess we at the end of the show. No more tidbits. Boom, we good, right? We can roll into outros if we good. Since the layout has changed, I'll start with you, CHAREECE. Yeah, I'm going from the bottom. So go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, everybody, it's your girl CHAREECE here. Y'all can always find me lurking in somebody's chat, reading something I probably ain't got no business reading. And researching it.
Yeah.
Always researching it. But yeah, thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for listening to us. Make sure to go out and touch grass, y'all. Go play these games. Go have some fun. Remember to wash your hands. Remember to wear deodorant because it's hot as fuck. It's 89 degrees right now. 89.
90 right here.
Where you are.
Where I am in South Georgia.
89.
I'm a little bit north of her, about like 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. What?
It would take an hour or two.
Yeah. North of her, and it's 90.
Yeah.
Well, how hot is it there, the boogie?
96.
Whoo, girl.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Before the show, lady was like, "Oh, it's hot. It's warm. It's 61 degrees."
I'm like, "Why you got on your Gucci shorts?" She's like, "Oh, it's warm today." I'm like, "So like 70?" She's like, "No, it's 61."
Oh my god.
We are real heat.
Yeah,
it's 61 degrees.
It's like, I don't want to go outside hot. That's what it is for me.
That part,
like ice cream under the shade hot.
And I need to go to the grocery store, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah,
I got food in the house.
Man, listen.
100.
If you was in the city, I'll be like, girl, you better doggone Instacart. You better Amazon Fresh it. You better.
They are trying to get it here. I might have to like some little dude come deliver my.
I'm about to order my groceries. I'm gonna go from my air conditioning house, my air conditioning car, drive to the grocery store, stay in the car. They're gonna load my shit in the back, and I'm gonna drive back.
That's smart. That's so smart.
Yeah, don't even leave the AC.
Cause it is, whoo, baby.
96. I'm with you on that. 96.
Right.
With you.
Because if it's not, if it's
I couldn't believe it was 90 at 10:30 this morning. I was like, why is it so hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might want to start, water the grass. Water the grass. Try to, keep stuff, so you won't burn up some junk. But
we gonna burn up anyway. You already know we already had our first tropical depression, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting this summer.
Oof, I don't even want to listen. I don't even want to think about it. We already know it's about to be a problem this summer.
But yeah, it's your girl CHAREECE here trying to stay cool. Trying to figure out how she gonna get her groceries. I could just send the husband. I think no, because he ain't gonna get the right stuff. But yeah,
you do the thing where you take the pictures and send them the picture. Like, this is what it looked like. This is.
Yeah.
Don't find it, get an alternative, but this is what it looked like.
No, this don't get an alternative. I go back in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Just I go back. But yeah, thank y'all again for coming through. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. All right, LBOOGIE.
Outro. I didn't do my outro, huh?
You did?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I said LBOOGIE, your outro.
Yeah. I was just saying, I didn't do my outro.
Yeah.
But it's LBOOGIE 0208. Wash your hand, wash your ass. We don't have to wear your mask anymore. But I don't know, guys. You know, take some time to enjoy outside and to not be weirdos online.
Yeah, that part.
Pretty tired.
And you know, be cognizant of your family too.
Right.
Like, that's a big one. I've been trying to be better about like being more in tune with what my family is doing. You know, I had a really good conversation with my brother, and it was just like so wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, if you got family, you know, engage with them, talk with them, you know, because we get older and, you know, life happens and it can get difficult, but yeah, it's important.
Agree. Other than that, like, I hope everybody has a blessed weekend.
Yeah. All right. And I'm Delilah HD, Delilah_HD on Twitter. And you all know you can catch me right here on GWG. And we thank y'all for rocking out with us. And we'll see y'all on the next one. So, thanks.